Good afternoon from right here. It's Black Mountain, North Carolina, and this is the Ingalls where they had a lot of donations brought here and to the parking lot, and there was even FEMA and showers set up here on the other side of that building in front of us. Hey Dixie, good to see you, hon. And so this entire strip mall is shut down here in Black Mountain, North Carolina. And we're gonna go, I'm gonna show you along the Swananoa River. And there's nothing like being in these heavy hit flood areas with these really dark clouds coming in. I'm telling you, it's a little unnerving, and I can only imagine how the people here feel every time it rains and every time they get calls for a heavy storm. It's got to be just terrifying for them every single time. And I've already driven through, and I got some GoPro footage from Biltmore Estates Village, and it's really sad because there are so many boarded up windows and businesses, but they have plan posters put up here and there with how it's going to be recovered and what it's going to be recovered to look like. And good to see you too, Cindy. So here we are on the main drag. I did have it in my GPS. Here from Black Mountain to the Swananoa area, and I drove up to the Billy Graham training area where the tiny home builds were up on top of the mountain, and they are no longer there. Their camping season starts for their training camps next week. And I said, do you know where they went? And that was Cabins for Christ, and he said no. The place at the Right Supplies right down here on this road did not have any of the tiny home builds going on there anymore either, which was also the Cabins for Christ. But we were able to help them out to make it easier for them to complete tiny homes. And the last time I was here, I was able to show you some of the actual tiny homes being used, which was awesome. Hello, Belinda. Hi, Darlene. Good to see y'all. And I finally have enough signal to go live here, and I'm so excited. So see over here, the cleanup efforts still go on. There's lots of RVs still. Y'all remember that building? And this is along the river. We're gonna go over the bridge. And remember, one of these bridges was closed for the longest time and had the backhoe heavy lifting cranes on it. I don't know what they're called. And that was just reopened, gosh, I think just last month, to great cheers from the community, because it had cut off and made it more difficult for everybody to get around. And so we're going over the Swananoa here. And maybe y'all will remember when I brought water filtration to this little area. This little area over here. They have, it looks like they've gotten the vehicles out of the river. So it's ongoing cleanup efforts. They got the vehicles. Remember, there was a van down there and some other vehicles. And this is private property, so I had brought a water filtration system here. It looks like they're building some tiny homes, sheds. Looks like there's a lot of closed donations and garbage. So they've got all kinds of tiny homes in there, and not the RVs that they used to. And somebody was smart enough to bring in a dump a big dump bin. Ongoing cleanup efforts there. There's one of the tiny homes there that we helped build. Lowe's gift cards so that they were able to get some of the items that they needed in between the deliveries from the Cabins for Christ. So sometimes it's just easier just to go directly to Lowe's or Home Depot and get that immediate need filled. Hi, Kara. I know you did, Belinda. It's good to see you in here. It will never be the same. Ugh. And the Bee Lodge still needs help. God bless you. Oh my goodness. I'm telling you. Look at these cloud jobs. I thought today was supposed to be nice. Look at those clouds. That's a low-lying shelf too. It's a little scary. Wow. And just heading over here. You know, it's hard to know if somebody had a house there or not, or if that's RV, you know, is just recreational. It's hard to say. So I spent most of today, it's like late and I'm finally getting to go live because I spent most of today at the Verizon phone store in Asheville with a very nice young man helping me because I broke my phone. I was talking to Scott who had organized. Where is she taking me? Like I don't even remember putting really anything in there. Look at that cute place. It's for sale through South Bees.
Continue on Beatree Road for half a mile.
Yep, I was talking with the man Scott who started the slingshot rally that I happened upon in Maggie Valley, and I got that fun footage with them going out for a ride on the tail of the dragon, and I was talking to him and the phone dropped off of the gimbal I was using. I mean, it just suddenly dropped and it broke and it got to the point where it wasn't being usable anymore. So, no way, I'm not doing that. Don't turn on blind hills. So yeah, that was kind of disappointing to spend the day that way. Hi, Light Bean, good to see you. But I got a new. Instead of using the insurance, it was cheaper for me to get the newer phone and a business account. So I've got the updated. I've got the 2025 now, and I don't have to worry about it being so slow and never working. So hopefully y'all aren't buffering and it's actually working. So it wasn't exactly the way I wanted to spend this time out here. Fire station training center there. Fireman training. I really want to turn around, but I can't figure out where. The debris at home is still there. Black snake in your house 2 days ago. Oh no. Oh look, you guys, Bee Tree Community, B-E-E, Bee Tree Community. We're in our community. Oh my goodness, I just wanted to turn around. I got all the cars behind me. Sometimes it's hard to turn around on country roads. God bless you, Belinda. I cannot believe the debris is still there. Bless your heart. I'm glad it was a black snake and not like a copperhead or something. I saw a copperhead at Amicalola Falls when I was up there hiking. Beautiful old stone house. Oh my goodness. So hopefully y'all saw the footage from Maggie Valley too. It just seems so hard to believe, even though, you know, we've seen other people who have gone live with updates of different areas, but it just seems so hard to believe how much cleanup is still going on, how much disaster there still is, and it's going to be years. It's going to be absolutely years for. Oh, he was all in my lane. All right, hopefully you can hear me. Somebody put in the chat if you can. It just sheared it off. In and out, spinning wheel right now. Oh. I don't know if this is going to work. I'm trying. I've had to Hey, Grace. Hey, Grace. I've had to reset all my settings. Getting the new phone, and that's not fun. And they're still not phone, and that's not fun. And they're still not all done. So I can't tell what my bars are. There we go. Yeah, I don't have much of a signal.
Silverados. Let's go.
So we know that the donation efforts from Silverados that they stopped on, I think it was March 2nd, 2025 here. Fireman Training Center. Hello, Yvette. Good to see you. Mountains are so beautiful. I love it when they have the mist coming up out of the trees. It's so beautiful. Carol, confused is a, you know what, you can hand them a cookie and send them out the door. If you don't mind, have fun doing it. Thank you to my mods. God bless y'all. I just don't know where I'd be without you. You've been amazing. That's the road we just came in on.
In 1,000 feet, turn left onto Old US Highway 70.
Thank you. The giant ones like before, but so sad.
Turn left onto Old US Highway 70.
Right there in front of us, you guys, that's one of the tiny home builds that your contributions helped get more supplies for them to finish building, and there's one of them in use right there. Got the...
In 1,000 feet, turn right onto Winston Avenue.
Look at this mess. But over here, most of the RVs, it looks like, are gone, and they've got a lot of tiny homes in there now. But they got more junk piled up. What a mess. That has turned into a slum. Oh my gosh. On that guy's private property, it has turned into a slum. Wow. They've torn down the buildings. Remember, these were buildings over here.
Take the next right onto Whitson Avenue, then turn left onto US 70 East.
Now, I think this bridge was the one that was always open. I think it's further down is the one where
At the light, turn left onto US 70 East.
the big backhoes were still on it. And that they just recently opened. Hey, Sanal. You can see a business was over here and now it's gone. But y'all missed that when we were buffering back there, that the electricity was being powered for those homes back there by generators from the electric company still. Says we'll be back. Beacon Vet Strong.
70 East for 2 miles.
That was a veterinary clinic. Some tiny homes over there. They call them tiny homes, but they're really more like disaster sheds. They're no bigger than these. But those sheds have been sitting there the whole time, and I don't know if they were able to donate some of them or not. I have no idea. Businesses that have been torn down to rubble now. The river's over to the right of me, and these are the big mud fields. I don't know if you're able to see that or not. Very sobering to come through here. Oh my goodness, look at these storm clouds. It makes me nervous, and I just cannot even imagine what it makes the people feel like that live through the storm. Look at these clouds. Oh my goodness. is where everybody was parking. Remember, it was all dust and dirt. It's got
Take
grass.
the next left, then your
It's got
destination
grass
will be on the
going
left.
now. And then here's Silverados. They had said they weren't sure if they were going to open for regular business, but it looks like they are. Holy cow, this is a serious storm coming in. So no, you don't need tickets per se. You can just register. You can just register. It's yeah, you don't have to purchase a ticket. It's just registering like you would for a rally.
In a quarter mile, make a U-turn.
So we just went by Silverados, where they did such a really good job of distributing the donated items that came in. They really did. They wound up getting a bad name at one point for no reason at all, because they were so super organized and helped so many people. And they even ran stuff to people too that couldn't get to them. They did a tremendous job. Yeah, it's been raining. It's been raining on me, off and on. It rained some last night too, where I was. I'm glamping it in the beehive. So that's Swananoa and Black Mountain. Cafe that's open. Their ice cream store is still open, but I'm not getting any of that. I'm still carnivore strong, you guys. Like I'm fully carnivore at this point. And I'm so grateful for this little heating thing that you plug into your lighter, because I'm able to heat up my dinner, which I just had before I hopped on here. It was a late lunch, early dinner. This cute area. Town Hardware. This is so cute right here. So this is the little township of Black Mountain, the little downtown area, historic area. So cute. Look at these clouds. Fire station. I'm going to go the other way. Oh gosh, bless you, Darlene. Let's turn around here. Bicycle Boulevard. Cute. Belinda, I cannot even imagine what y'all have been going through. Every time it just starts clouding up to get ready to downpour, I just cannot imagine what that must feel like for you. These cute homes, oh my gosh. They're so cute. Lake Tomahawk. So it's good to see some of those tiny homes being used. And they were tiny. Mom's like, ooh, I want to see tiny homes, and it's not anything that she would expect. They were just to get people out of the cold and into a place that could be heated so they wouldn't freeze to death this past winter. And it's good to see that some just went out right in this little community. So this is Black Mountain. Hey, Miss Pearl, good to see you. God bless you. Oh, it's a beer garden. They just open up the doors and they've got indoor, outdoor. That's cute. So we will be having another live auction on Saturday, and I gotta tell y'all, I need as many participants as I can get. I was not expecting the added cost of having to replace my phone, and I did not use the insurance. I had to replace it. There was no reason to use insurance on an outdated phone anymore anyway. It was a 22. And it was starting to have all those issues. This is like a hot happening area here. They've got one thing after another. I remember I went down to the left somewhere near here. It's good to see all these businesses open. The rail yard, Black Mountain. Look at this big place. I bet they're hopping on the weekends. And then this place is called the Bush Farmhouse. That's cute. Black Mountain Strong. Nice. Oh my gosh, it's so good to see all these businesses open. You can just delete the comment. There's a pizza place back there with people sitting outside eating. This is so good to see this. Aw. I'm so glad to be able to show you a community that's beginning to thrive again. But right here, this little area is, you know, doing a good business right now. Again, but then just a few blocks away, there were people still on generator to power the electric to their homes. So it really was a hit or miss, kind of like tornadoes are. Gosh, it's really just hard to imagine what they've all been going through. You're welcome, Darlene. Yep. I've been wanting to get down here. I couldn't even believe it had been since right before Christmas that it took me this long to be able to get down here. Cute area. They got a coffee house. It looks like tourist season is on. This is pretty happening for a Wednesday. No, you can't. Oh, okay. Well, I was deleting them as I could. Somebody's obviously very jealous. Wow, look at that. Coffee, beer, wine. That is a pretty place. Oh my goodness. Oh, thank you, Sanal. God bless you. God bless our servicemen and women. People who paid the ultimate sacrifice for our freedom. Olay's guacamole. That's a cute name. Thank you, Sanal. God bless you, hon. Thank you, Darlene. So I would go, Sanal, I would go to us.gov and see if you can find the place to register there, because I can't think of what the name of the site was, but it's one of the government sites. You can look for events in Washington D.C. and maybe it'll have a website listed as well. But they never check like for registration. I think they just try to see how many people are coming or not. But they're going to fence it off, and there'll be supposedly only 2 entrances, which ought to be interesting. They provoked giving. That's awesome. The gentleman that had started this slingshot rally, it was their 11th year in Maggie Valley, and I just happened upon it, y'all, and I wanted to go get them all coming out this morning. They're gonna have more people by the weekend, I'm sure. But what a nice group of people. And it was awfully nice talking with him. Oh yeah, hit that like button for me. That always helps. know why that. So that's that parking there for the where everybody was parking, and some of the tents were up for Silverados back on the right. Nice, Miss Pearl. And by the way, what they said is absolutely false. That has never happened to me. No one has ever taken a restraining order out against me. Can't even imagine. Just so y'all know. So we're in Swananoa Fire District now. I think that's where they were putting a lot of the rubble from. Oh, thank you, Sanal. Oh my gosh. I mean, it just makes you wonder, like, where did all of the, you know, the burning did not go on and on and on of all the debris. So the only times I saw burning was near Bumpus Cove, Tennessee. And it just makes you wonder, like, where did all the debris, the houses that were destroyed, the vehicles that were destroyed, I mean, where did it all go? I have no idea. Mud fields. This is like a rock place. This was already there. Hipstone, it was already there. Some new building going on back there. I don't think you'll be able to see it through the trees. That's good. Like new homes were going up. Yep. New homes or new siding, one or the other. Nice. But over here you can see all the tiny homes. They're redoing those homes, a lot of them. Some of them, the bones were still good. So some people have been staying in the little tiny homes. Look at all this. Isn't that crazy? Oh my goodness. And then boarded up windows still over there. And then back over here is where we just drove on the other side of it. These businesses are still not open over here. That one looks like it's digging out and rebuilding. And then some of them stayed open. Yep, I definitely will. So this is the Ingalls that's closed down. And I mean, I just don't know if they had, that whole strip mall had internal damage and flooding, or if the back side of it is missing. I mean, I just have no idea. Oh boy. Well, some of them, they just recur. So no, there's just different ones. I don't really want to give them any more than they're always working on ways to get around us because they got nothing better to do. I wanted an excuse to go back up the mountain in the Billy Graham training area. That was such a beautiful place. But the tiny home builds aren't there anymore. They've moved on. But I remember President Trump saying that he was going to send $700 and something million to Western North Carolina and Asheville, and I don't know that money ever actually came through or not. You know, allocating money is totally different than actually following through with the money when it comes to our government. And I know this from the recovery community grants that we or the bills, like the CARE Act that became bill, and it became law, and then they allocated money, and then some of it you wonder where it went. You have to fight them tooth and nail. I find this person who is, I find them absolutely disgusting. I mean, absolutely 100% disgusting. No, they keep coming back. All right, that's enough. You guys, I'm going to end the chat because like it all becomes about them, and I'm really trying hard to make sure that people don't forget that there are still people in such need around our country. And I know everybody means well, but it's like it all becomes about the goon in the chat, and it's like so sad. Well, it's the bill, the great big beautiful bill. If it is passed, it does have a big spending in it. But I think that Donald Trump was, that President Trump was counting on the money to be allocated from the cutting the fat. And so because the rhinos don't want to cut the fat, the Doge has uncovered, then you can't really justify almost $3 trillion again, or whatever it was. I can't remember now. You know, so it's like, hi Jericho, good to see you. I mean, I don't want to give them any time or space. I really don't, you guys. I mean, the very best thing you can do when they come into the chat is ignore them. And you know that I fail at that sometimes. Like a week ago, it was not the day for me. So I rescheduled the auction, and then we had an amazing auction. But the very best thing, and we know this, and it's been proven again and again, not just by my channel or our channels, but all over, that if we ignore them, they will go away because they don't get any points and they get bored. When we acknowledge them, they get points for that. These little snots get points for that. So if we ignore them, they get nothing. They get absolutely nothing. So just ignore them, because we want them to have nothing and be happy having nothing. The little commie bitches. I want to go back down there. I gotta turn around again. So just ignore them. Right, exactly, Jericho. You know, it's I don't blame him. I don't blame him. I think it is frustrating. I think Donald Trump has done a lot of great things, but I think this was a situation where if one thing had come through, and that was the waste actually stopping, then you could have justified the bill. But you cannot run an administration without any money at all. So, you know, we have to look at it that way. You can't run a government without any money at all. But I think overall, if it doesn't get passed, then I think that we need to stop the complete stop to the omnibuses. Just 100%, no more. You're not going to do it anymore. We're done with it. No more omnibus. Too many good things don't get passed, and too many bad things do. They hide stuff in there. Blue Ridge Parkway. I love the Blue Ridge Parkway. A lot of parts of it are open again. I'm so glad. I already ate my ribeye. Thank you. This is getting rebuilt. That chunk of dirt that came down back there, that looks so scary. Oh my gosh. Garden club. Oh my goodness. If you are not a veteran resident, please wait until seconds are called to get a meal. Thank you. They're still doing meals. Wow. Look at this, y'all. This is the Quality Inn, and they're still set up to help out the community and the veterans. God bless them. God bless them. So this is running out of the Quality Inn here. Wow. Wow. So the efforts are ongoing, y'all. I wonder if people are still on FEMA vouchers here. At one point they were going to be putting them out, because the vouchers were, or they were worried that they were going to be put out because the vouchers were expiring. This little gas station and market didn't make it. Oh my God. Okay, the bill is not cutting veterans benefits, and it's not cutting Medicaid for people who need it. So get a life. Read the bill before you go spreading misinformation. Little communists. Oh my gosh. It is such a beautiful area. This is a geese crossing road. Nice. The tree's still bent over. How in the world did these buildings survive? Oh my gosh. They're up on stilts. Okay, they're being refurbed. They've got the red X's on the doors. Looks like they might be trying to save them, but they are condemned at this point. Imagine being in that house when the storm was going on, that big slide coming out, but the house is still there. God bless them. Here's where they've been rebuilding the road, reinforcing the road. He's down there on the bank. What's he doing? You guys, this looks just like it just hit yesterday. It's crazy. This is a landslide. I don't know if you see how many feet that is. That's at least 200 feet or more. Jeez. That I haven't even seen one like that. That's crazy. For their watch y'all. Watch y'all. The money that Trump wanted to send down this way. I haven't heard of anything happening. Systems and some building cards.
Also,
yeah.
I will say that the Army Corps of Engineers has done a good job of cleaning up. So
and you've been seeing, and it is just lovely. She always wore it long, and it just looks so pretty.
Thank you. We appreciate that.
Aww.
I know, I see the
Take care of yourself.
All right, you too. Thank you for. Aww. mean, I wonder what her little girl thinks of all this. Oh my goodness. That is a giant landslide, you guys. That's at least 200 feet tall. That's crazy. That's a straight drop. And all that debris came down. Just the force of it is so crazy. Look at this vehicle here, you guys. I don't know what these guys are doing. Someone's down on the bank. That vehicle, wow. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. You see the boulders where they've reinforced the road and everything? So they said the Army Corps of Engineers came in and did a lot of cleanup. So I don't know if they're the ones that put but those are all new boulders to help keep the road up. You see where they had to add new pavement too. All those houses across the way are empty. I don't even think they have windows. Just empty shells of a house. This has X's on on the doors. They do that when they check for people. To show that they already checked for them. So we've seen a lot of great things, like, you know, the businesses that weren't hurt as hard up and running. And then we've seen areas that it looks like it was just hit a couple months ago, like that. So it's definitely a mixed bag. And then we see that there's still ongoing efforts to feed the veterans and the homeless. Take care of those that have lost everything. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and shut the live stream off. I love you all. Glory be to God. Prayers for everyone. And I will see you soon.